But anyway, back to Enterprise. Sorry. So at Enterprise today, I couldn't bring my phone. I brought my phone in, but I couldn't use it to video it because I had to use it to show her things. So, so I walk in, I wait my turn to be seen because there were people in front of me. Well, there was a lady sitting right next to me that was directly in front of me, like it was her turn before mine. She goes up to the counter to the free associate and didn't say, hi, my name is whatever. We're going to call her Bianca. Didn't say, hi, my name's Bianca. This is what she says. I know my man has been renting cars from you and putting hose in them. And I need to find out which car so I can take some evidence to the courthouse to divorce his lying butt. I gotta use different words or TikTok's gonna flag me. And the associate behind the counter was just like, like, I didn't sign up for this today. I just wanted to come to work. This lady isn't having it. She is going off on this associate. Bianca is just like, I know that he's cheating on me and he's renting cars from you guys so he's not caught. And I need to see the records of the cars he used. And I know he turned one in last night and I want to get in it because I know he left some evidence because he's so messy and sloppy. And the associate's like, ma'am, I can't give you any of this. I'm sorry. I don't know if it was her husband or her boyfriend, but it was a significant other. And the associate's like, ma'am, I can't give you any information on somebody else's, stuff. You're going to have to take that up with him. She was not having it. She was threatening to come behind the counter, grab all the keys to the cars outside, and unlock them individually until she found something. Okay, and the associate's like, ma'am, if I have to, I'm going to call the police. She's like, call him, and I'll give them my home address so they can come pick up that lying POS. Like, she's just going off. I'm like, dear God. So the other associate that becomes free, the one that I should have, is helping the other associate handle this crazy pants. Now, I've been in similar situations. I have had significant others step out on me, but I never acted like that, and I never got other people involved. But I had sympathy for this woman if that was going on. That is definitely not how you deal with it. You don't drag in everyone else in your dirty laundry, but whatever. I have no control over anyone else. And what should have taken possibly no less than 30 minutes to talk about renting cars and what's going to help me and me and my 2 kids and my husband that I don't have get from here to New Jersey, for 3 days, 4 days for Thanksgiving. It took 2 hours. I even had to email the mystery shopping company. I was like, y'all are not paying me enough for this. This is how long I've been here because there's a crazy lady in here that's mad about supposedly a cheating person, a cheating significant other. I can't get my thing done. Finally, after I finished writing that email, it was my turn to come up because the second associate freed herself from the crazy pants lady and the other associate. So I'm up there. I'm trying to tell this woman what I need. I can't because crazy lady, we're in 2 hours now. Okay, I have been there 2 hours. Crazy lady is still flipping out. And I even looked at my person. I'm like, I don't feel safe anymore. You need to call the police because she is literally like trying to get behind the counter and the other lady is blocking her. And then my associate was just like, we need to call the police. The other associate's like, no. We've all had a man. We all been cheated on. And I'm like, okay, we all can agree we have something in common here. This is not how we act. And this lady's flipping out. She still wasn't getting what she wanted. She finally decided to get very violent and pick up a chair from the lobby, the sitting area, and throw it over the desk. Took her 2 hours to get there, but she lost her mind. Then she starts throwing papers. She goes outside and starts jiggling handles of cars. Some of them aren't locked. She starts climbing all in them. All of us are outside now watching this crazy lady. They're not calling the police. I'm like, F it. I'm going to call the effing police. I call the police. sorry, not sorry. And the associates are looking at me like, that's not your place. I'm like, I don't feel safe. And somebody is about to get hurt one way or another. I sense it, you know, and I was like, I have a black belt, but I can't take that down. That's mental health issues going on right there. You know, this is extra, you know, even if she doesn't have mental health issues, we do now, you know, like there's, you know, people have breaking points, and I think this was her breaking point. And so the police come, and I was like, okay, well, you know, my mystery shop is done. I'm gonna go now. And I tell the cops what I'm there for, and I need to leave. He's like, no, ma'am, you're a witness, and you're unbiased. We're gonna need to keep you. I'm like, I have got to go. I have more mystery shops to do. I am working. And then the associates heard me say that, and they're like, you're a mystery shopper? And I was like, yes, I hate to admit it, but I'm a mystery shopper. And you didn't pass. You didn't pass. I understand that things were out of your control, but you could have taken control over 2 hours ago. But instead, surprise! I had to take control of the situation and make sure we're all safe. And this crazy lady doesn't get back in her car and go kill someone on the road because she's so furious. Like, she was so furious. She started off normal tone, like she's my complexion, and at the middle of all this stuff, she just starts getting redder and redder. She was like red as a beet. She was having trouble breathing. Like, she wasn't well. She wasn't well. And I'm like, this person, we've all had a breakdown of some kind, and she was in serious crisis, and no one was doing anything about it. So, takes another hour and a half, because they wouldn't let me go. And I had to tell them over and over again everything I knew, everything I saw. The associates were like, it wasn't really that bad. I'm like, it wasn't really that bad when she threw a chair across the freaking place and it put a dent in the wall behind the counter. It wasn't that bad to you? Like, what on earth is wrong with you? It was so bad, the maintenance man, who I thought was actually going to call the police, just went home. He dipped his head in because he heard the commotion. You could see him just watching for a minute, you know, like trying to figure out what the drama's going on. And then he was like, nope, not dealing with this shit, you know. He was gone. They thought he was outside just washing and cleaning cars. No, he dipped out. The cops had to call him on his cell phone to see if he saw or heard anything. That would have been me. Yep. So, Enterprise Rent-A-Car did not pass, unfortunately. Yeah. That's how my day went, guys. 4 hours of my life gone. Never getting that back. Yes, I had to, when I got home before I went live, I had to email all the jobs that I didn't do today. I didn't do 7 of them, and I had to write them an email and beg for an extension, which I did get, and I explained to them what was going on, but she probably thought she was at Rent-A-Man. That's funny.